Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Let's get into some Bitcoin ETF talk. All right, so right now Bitcoin's holding it's reclaimed 42,000. It's 42.1. Hopefully continues to climb throughout the day. I guess we'll find out. SEI network and Caspa pumping like crazy. All right. So, let's get into it here, guys. As always, nothing on the channel is financial advice. All right, expert predicts Bitcoin's rise following potential ETF approval. Castle Islands venture founder, partner, and Coinmetrics co-founder Nick Carter predicted when Bitcoin might start to rise again. The analyst highlighted ETFs in an interview with Bloomberg. Potential ETF approval in Bitcoin. In an interview with Bloomberg Television, Carter expressed his belief that the price of Bitcoin will rise following the potential approval of the spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund in the US. The expert stated, certainly, there are year-end tax sales, and we've seen the market give up some of its gains in recent days. But fundamentally, this is about catalysts against expectations. At this point, the market is completely waiting for the ETF, and I think the big rise we saw from Bitcoin at 20,000, the lowest 30,000 to the mid 40,000s, was almost entirely ETF based. So there might be a bit of a boom on the day of the potential BTC ETF approval, but I think the effect will diminish. This is where I expect to see the price development in the medium term, and it excites me. That's when I think you'll see RIAs, registered investment advisors, and other types of financial institutions that previously couldn't recommend Bitcoin to their clients now able to do so with ETFs. I think we'll see a marketing onslaught from one of the world's largest financial institutions, a major ETF sponsor, and I believe this work will really start as we enter 2024 and throughout 2024. The Bitcoin halving process. Nick Carter also mentioned that he expects the approval of the spot Bitcoin ETFs on January 8th and believes the ETFs will have a much greater impact on the value of Bitcoin than the April 2024, the April 2024 Bitcoin halving event, during which miners' rewards are halved and the new supply of Bitcoin decreases. He commented on the subject. The market is almost certain that we will get an ETF in the coming days. Most analysts think this will happen before January 10th. I think it's likely to be the 8th in line. So the short-term price definitely reflects this expectation. We might even see a new selling event here. However, in the medium term, the ETF unlocks completely new classes of capital that otherwise couldn't enter the market and be allocated to Bitcoin. So I expect to see structural flows that will be positive for Bitcoin. I'm probably less conservative on the halving. I think it makes a very marginal difference in terms of marginal supply creation. You only see a small effect on supply, so I can say that the halving is not a very exciting development. Bitcoin was trading at 42,500, down about 2% in the last 24 hours when the article was written. So there's a couple points. I don't know, guys. I disagree with his point that the Bitcoin halving is not that big of a deal, essentially, is what he's saying. I strongly disagree with that. As we have seen through every 4-year cycle, the Bitcoin halving is a massive deal. The problem is that it has a lagging effect, right? So what happens generally at the Bitcoin halving is we get a pump going into the halving, and then we get a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of situation where we get a dump on or around the halving, and then we see consolidation again at a lower price. So let's say we pump up to 50,000. I can see it coming back down to that 38 to $40,000 mark to consolidate after the halving. and then months of sideways action before we start to get liftoff, right? Now that's the halving. So now covering the Bitcoin ETFs, in my opinion, it could be a lagging effect as well, guys. We might only see a small effect in the short term, in the immediate term, for the Bitcoin ETF approvals, right? We might see a little pump, but I do agree we could actually see a bit of a sell-off. And in saying that, the pump for the spot Bitcoin ETFs might not come until 6 to 8 months later, right? Because what we're going to see in 2024 is we're going to see now these big institutions, BlackRock, Fidelity, ARK Invest, all these companies, right? Now they're going to start marketing the crap out of their Bitcoin ETFs. You're going to start seeing commercials on TV, on the internet, everywhere for Bitcoin, right? From these companies because they're going to start competing for new investors, both retail and institutional, to buy their spot Bitcoin ETFs from them specifically, right? So it's going to have a lagging effect, in my opinion. We might not see the results or the benefits to the price really starting to pump up like crazy until well after the approval. That being said, you also have to keep in mind too that to be able to sell these spot Bitcoin ETFs or to market them, they actually have to be backed by actual physical Bitcoin. So BlackRock, Fidelity, and all these companies actually have to buy this Bitcoin to have, or they have to custodian it. Now, that being said, they'll probably buy OTC, which doesn't affect the price, right? So it's kind of like, it's a very, very difficult path to navigate when it comes to predictions and stuff like that. There's so many factors that come into play. And whenever I dislike when you see a YouTuber or something talk about how they've got it all figured out and this is what's going to happen. They have the answers. There's a lot of factors that go into play that don't even factor into their consideration. So it's very complicated to navigate. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And guys, smash that subscribe button, guys. We're trying so hard to push to 2,000 before the end of the year. We need like 110. We have 3 days to do it. So let's get there, guys. Help push us up over 2,000. Be greatly appreciated if you could do that. And obviously hit the like button, guys. And if you want members only content, get in early on microcap gems. Then hit the join button, become a member of the channel. It supports the channel. It's incredibly cheap at $4.99. And guys, the last members only video that we made the other day for our members, that project pumped over 2,000% overnight in 24 hours. So for $4.99 a month, that's the kind of access to the gains that you're going to have access to. So definitely worth checking out, and check out the channel sponsor L Bank, link in the description. Do your spot trading, leverage trading, copy trading. I started doing some more copy trading last night over there, and it's been working out pretty good for me. I love doing that because I'm not really much of a day trader myself. So to be able to do copy trading is a lot of fun, and it's money I can afford to lose. And it's almost like someone else is helping make me money, right? So it's really, really cool. So I like doing that over on L Bank. Check out the Discord as well, guys. Join the community. It's absolutely free. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.